G'day guys, how you doing? G'day D, how are you? Here we are, second case break. It's number 621. Tell you what, we busted some packs the last couple of days. It feels like it's been doing this for a week. It's only been 2 days. Plenty of breaks happening, plenty more to come as well. More tomorrow, and then more through next week. Plenty coming up. Won't wait long. Got a lot to get through here, and I haven't got my trusty assistant here tonight, Milo. It's just me. Although I got the missus lined up to come refresh my drink every now and again. We'll take a couple of short breaks throughout. There's a lot of ripping to do in a row. So what we'll do is when we take a break, we'll just take a few minutes, leave it all the live running. I'll just go stretch the legs for a few minutes and then come back. I'll do most of the sleeving after the break, except for obviously the big hits we'll sleeve straight away. But all the smaller stuff, I'll sit down and do that after the break so we can get through this for you guys. All right, we're going to start going. Obviously, we can't fit the whole case on the screen, but there it is. There's our sealed case. You can't really see much on the screen, guys. There isn't that kind of room. We're going to bust it open over here. Give me a sec. And we'll be breaking any moment now. Hoping to find a SIG for us tonight. That'd be the ideal plan. 12 boxes. Here we go. So we're going to go straight into it. All right. So it'll take me a little bit longer tonight than last night. Doing it by myself. Clear cards every now and again when we get a bit too full on the table here. All right, let's do it. Hopefully we can pull out some nice predictors tonight. Looking for, obviously for the SIG. Obviously some myriads. The absolute. Let's see what we find tonight, guys. And so we're going straight into it. Otherwise, if we wait around too long, we'll end up being here all night. All right. What is it? 430 something packs? I don't know. A lot. 400 and something. G'day, Chris. How you doing, mate? Good luck. You've had some good luck with us so far, so hopefully it carries on for you tonight. Aaron Norton, Stat Kings for the doggies. Bobby Hill for the pies. I said all the smaller stuff I'll sleeve later on. Otherwise, I'll sleeve everything while we're breaking like I normally do. We'll literally be here all night. Home for the Ruse Predictor. Good luck, mate. There we go. Off the bat, Luke Jackson, Thunderbolt Refractor. We'll take that. Nice way for the Dockers to start. Number 26 of 299. Won't put all those up. We'll just have room for our predictors and our big hits up there on the stands. So I might make some space up here for those ones. All right, Thunderbolt. Rowbottom for the Swans. Oh, sorry, trying to go too quick. Number 83 of 599 for the Swannies. There you go, Chris. Still on the ball. G'day, Matthew. How you doing, mate? Seems weird you having Port in a break for a change. Good luck with that, mate. Hope some big Port hits come your way. Footy heads, Jack Viney and Rory Sloane. Does, Chris. You're doing well, mate. On fire. When you're hot, you're hot. That's what they say. Keziah Pickett, Stat Kings for the Ds, and Adam Treloar for the doggies. And West Coast Eagles, Dom Sheed. Excuse me. And for the Hawks, James Sicily, Footy Heads, Horn Francis for Port Adelaide. So these smaller hits will fly through them. Footy head, Zach Merritt for the Bombers. Luke Jackson for Freo. Carlton, 100-game milestone, Adam Serra. Oh, not numbered, so I was doing hobby earlier, I'm confused. Jack Sinclair for the Saints. When you switch back and forth from hobbies to retail, you forget which ones are numbered and which ones aren't. Footy heads, Luke Jackson for the Dockers. Van Rooyen for the D's. Giants, 150-game milestone, Harry Himmelberg. Jacob Hopper for the Tigers. Did you get a win up, Matthew? Ignite, there's our box hit, Nick Larkey for the Roos. There you go, D. And Oscar Allen. Nice start for you there, mate. Nick Larkey. Son, Sam Collins. St Kilda, Footy heads, Max King. And Ben Keys for the Crows. For the D's, Angus Brayshaw. Tyson Stengel for the Cats. Sydney, Footy heads, Isaac Heaney. And for the Giants, Toby Green. Stat Kings, Errol Golden for the Swans. And Tom Stewart for the Cats. Bad luck, mate. As always, next year, Future Force, Jamara Ugelhagen for the Doggies. And Aaron Norton for the Doggies as well. I said I'll top load most of this stuff after the break. I'll just do the main ones, otherwise I'll be here forever. For the Suns, Footy heads, Ben King and Rowbottom for the Swans. I was asleep all as I packed. Did a hell of a lot of sorting today too from all the breaks we did yesterday and today. It's going to be some big mail days coming out. G'day, Alan. How you doing, mate? Future Force, Josh Weddle for the Hawks. And Will Ashcroft for the Lions. Max King for the Saints. Stat Kings, Jack Higgins for the Saints. And Jai Simpkins, North Melbourne. Stat Kings, Brew Mychek for the Pies, Valley Humphrey for the Suns. Stat Kings, Charlie Curnow and James Sicily for the Hawks. Carlton, Tom Koning, Footy heads and Giants, Harry Himmelberg. North Melbourne, Nick Larkey, Footy heads, Dane Rampy for the Swans. Footy heads, Jordan DeGoey for the Pies, Nick Martin for the Bombers. Tom Mitchell, Thunderbolt for the Pies, numbered 18 of 599. Nice one for the Pies. Oh, straight away, absolute Archie Perkins came out of nowhere. First box of the case. There we go for the Bombers. That is going to Ben. That came straight out of nowhere. Very nice, 41 of 70. We're off to a cracking start. Very nice. Great looking cards too. There we go. First box magic. Josh Dunkley. How good does that look in the light? Oh, you can't really see it on the screen as much, but when you see the light shining off that card, it's gorgeous. Can't seem to see it as well on the screen, but yeah, the lights just shine off it. The colours are awesome. Jack Darling, footy heads for the Eagles, and Harry McKay. Try and make some better organisation here. Footy heads, Arthur Jones for the Doggies, and Peter Wright for the Bombers. Sam Doherty for the Blues. 3 packs to go. Yeah, it sure does, Alan. It's absolutely awesome. Powerbolt. So Thunderbolt. I was calling him Powerbolts all last night as well. Mitch Giugardi's Port Adelaide. Number 320 of 599. There you go, Matthew. First nice Port hit there. For the Bombers, Mason Redman, 100-game milestone. Cam McKenzie for the Hawks. $200-game milestone, Stephen May for the D's. North Melbourne, Taron Thomas. And then it's box number 1 done. Let me just quickly move these base cards out of the way. Otherwise, I'll end up with a massive pile here that I'll knock them over. So that's cleared out. Move our inserts over to here. And we're going to box 2. It was definitely much quicker last night when I had Milo helping me. He decided to ditch me tonight. Had more important plans apparently. Here we go. Even did a couple of boxes for us last night. For those who were in that one as well. And Stat Kings, Tyson Stengel for the Cats. Ugle-Hagan for the Doggies. Giants, Lockie Whitfield. It's amazing how nice those Luminous cards are just for base cards that are 1 per pack. Absolutely loving them. I'm going to grab myself a folder and do the set of those. Footy heads, Charlie Dixon. Philippou for the Saints. The folders look pretty nice too. Hawks, footy heads, Connor McDonald. And Eric Hipwood for the Lions. St Kilda, 150 games, Jimmy Webster. Took Miller for the Suns. Carlton, 100-game milestone, Harry McKay. And Luke Ryan for the Dockers. Oh, there we go. Adam Serra, predictor for the Blues. Carlton gone to Brian Anyos. Our first Brownlow predictor for the case. We do get 6 of these per case. Number 178 of 315. Well done to Brian. So we get 6 Brownlow predictors, a Premiership predictor, a Coleman, and a Rising Star. Well done to Brian on the first predictor. And behind that was Kasai Pickett for the D's. Adelaide, John Dawson, footy heads, Tom Green for the Giants. Future Force, Jack Lukosius for the Suns. And Lockie Neal for the Lions. Stat Kings, Caleb Sarong for the Dockers. And Eagles, Andrew Gaff. Stat Kings, Redmond for the Bombers. Paul Curtis for North Melbourne. North Melbourne, Cam Sahar. Lions 100-game milestone, Zach Bailey, Andrew McGrath for the Bombers. Oh, there's our myriad. Some big hits coming out early. Do you see the team? It is for the Doggies, Bontempelli. Chris Wright, there you go, mate. I'm loving these cards too, the myriads. Marcus Bontempelli for the Doggies. What a case so far. If you're watching, Chris, you'll be happy with that. Good to see that go to a Doggies, man. Myriad, Bontempelli, number 47 of 99. Very, very nice. Couple of nice hits early there. And Noah Anderson, footy heads in there as well. And Tom de Koning for the Blues. Lions footy heads, Charlie Cameron and Jai Miss for the Dockers. Saints footy heads, Mitch Owens and Will Day for the Hawks. Stat Kings, Connor Nash and Brody Mychek. Stat King, Sam Taylor, GWS and Jake Stringer for the Bombers. Cats footy heads, Paddy Dangerfield and Sam Walsh for the Blues. Jack Crisp for the Pies. Mitch Lewis for the Hawks. Still should have some Eric Knight to come. Some Thunderbolts. Future Force, Josh Gibkiss for the Tigers. Will Hayward for the Swans. 1 second. Put some out of here. Just getting attacked by something. All right, we're back in. Stat Kings, Ruben Ginby for the Eagles and Kieran Myers for the Cats. Alir, Port Adelaide. Everyone's on quiet on me now. Footy head, Sam Walsh for the Blues, Jake Lever for the D's. There we go, Thunderbolt, Peter Wright for the Bombers. Number 221 of 599. Bombers going to Ben as well. Bombers on a roll. Got button base in the wrong pile again. Thunderbolt again. Jordan Butts for the Crows. Crows going to Jeff. Number 88 of 599. Giants, Toby Green, Footy Heads, and Todd Marshall, Port Adelaide. Ignite, Paddy Dangerfield. Nice one for the Cats there. Who had the Cats going to Moose? It's a nice one there. Paddy Dangerfield, box hit. Very nice. And Shai Bolton for the Tigers. Aaron Norton, footy heads for the Dogs, and Elliot Yeo for the Eagles. Dockers, Michael Walters, footy heads, and Big Tex Walker for the Crows. 4 packs to go, I think. Yep, 4 packs to go, box 2. Thunderbolt, Dangerfield again. The Dangerfield box, well done, Moose. Number 81 of 599. Sydney Swans, Tom Hickey, 150 game milestone, and Tom Papley. Swans back. G'day, Ben. How you doing? Happy footy. Had a few hits there, mate. That's good. Footy heads, Daniel Rioli. That's very early on, too. And Paddy Dangerfield for the Cats. Early days, mate. He's had 2 nice hits already. And his second box, mate. And Daniel Rioli for the Tigers in the last pack. All right, give me a sec. Quick clean up. Quite handy when I had a miler here last night putting all these away for me. Oh well, we're on to it. Packing up. There's too many base cards everywhere. And packets. The amount of packs I've opened in the last 2 days. I've got boxes and boxes full of them out here. All right, let's go box number 3. Have a quick drink. Make sure we stay hydrated. Here we go. St Kilda, Mitch Owens. And for the Crows, Rory Laird. Dusty Martin for the Tigers. Dees, Petrarca, and Joshua Shelley for the Crows. Stat Kings, Tom Atkins for the Cats, and Bontempelli for the Doggies. Been a bit of Bontempelli night as well. That nice myriad sitting up there. Eagles, 100 game milestone, Alex Witherden, and St Kilda, Wanganeen Millera. Stat Kings, Cole Langford for the Bombers, and Jordan Ngoe for the Pies. North Melbourne, Dry Simkin, footy heads, and Luke Parker for the Sydney Swans. Suns, Matt Rao. Sydney, Luke Parker, footy heads, and Sam Taylor for the Giants. Let's throw on both cards around now. Hawthorn, footy heads, Connor McDonald, Connor Rosie, Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide again, Trent McKenzie, 150 games. Tom Lynch for the Tigers. Adam Serra for the Blues. Future Force, Riley Philthorpe for the Crows. Garner Jeff and Bailey Smith for the Doggies. Stat Kings, Tom Lynch for the Tigers. Tom Hawkins for the Cats. St Kilda, Rowan Marshall. Stat Kings, Jack Steele for the Saints. Luke Bruce for the Hawks. Melbourne, Future Force, Trent Rivers. One for the Ds. Connor Asher and Cam Rayner for the Lions. Stat Kings, Noah Anderson, Gold Coast. LDU, North Melbourne. Bailey Fritz for the Ds. And Stat Kings, Cody Waitman, Doggies, and Noah Anderson, Suns. For the Pies, still side bottom footy heads, Archie Perkins for the Bombers. Footy head, Sam Walsh. Giants, Callum Ward. Our first Thunderbolt, Brandon Walker for the Dockers, numbered 21 of 599. Freo going to Kim Miles. Suns, Noah Anderson, footy heads, Logan McDonald for the Swans. Ignite, box hit, Jamie Elliott for the Pies. Nice one there, going to Andrew. Nice little sneaky box hit. Well done to Andrew. And Jamie Cripps, Eagles. And quick drink, getting thirsty again. And there we go, our second predictor, Jeremy Cameron for the Cats. Cats going to Moose. Well, our Brownlows came out early last night as well. 128 of 315. Going to Moose Doyle. Not too bad. Second predictor there for us. And Joe Danaher for the Lions. Thunderbolt, Charlie Curnow. 428 of 599. Going to Brian. Another Carlton hit. Liam Ryan, footy heads for the Eagles. Paddy Cripps. For the Suns, 100 game milestone, Ben Ainsworth. Josh Ward for the Hawks. Footy heads, Nick Martin for the Bombers. Nat Fife for the Dockers. Thunderbolt, Noah Bolter for the Tigers. Going to Tanya, 454 of 599. Sander Koning for the Cats. Lions, Eric Hipwood, 150 games. Luke McDonald, North Melbourne. Aaron Norton, footy heads, Doggy, Zach Merritt for the Bombers. Michael Walters, footy heads, Clayton Oliver for the Ds. Last pack for this box. Eagles, Jeremy McGovern. There we have it. Once again, let's sort these cards out the way. And we'll go again. What's that? 3 boxes done. There's still plenty more to come. Plenty more of the big hits still to find. going to be, I said before, it's going to be one hell of a mail day next week when I ship all these out. Even the volume of mail already. G'day Asher, how you doing, mate? It is Bombers, yep. Archie Perkins up there. Box 4. Here we go again. Stat Kings, Bombers, John Menzies, Logan McDonald for the Swans. Bailey Fritz for the D's. Maxi Gorn, Footy Heads, and Jamie Cripps for the Eagles. North Melbourne, Daniel Howe, 100-game milestone. Callum Ward for the Giants. Stat Kings, Tom Barras, West Coast. And Nat Fife for the Dockers. Tom Atkins for the Cats, milestone 100 games. Jordan DeGoey for the Pies. Hawks, Luke Bruce, Footy Heads. Sam de Koning for the Cats. Connor Rosie, Port Adelaide. St Kilda, Bradley Hill. St Kilda, Brad Crouch, 150 games. And Clayton Oliver for the D's. North Melbourne Footy Heads, Cam Zahar and Joe Danaher for the Lions. There we go, Superstars, Tom Lynch. The Superstars they're called, I'm pretty sure. 152 or 199 for the Tigers. Going to Tanya. I think there's only 2 per case, I think. Nice card as well. Very nice. Well done, Tanya. And Jack Sinclair, Footy Heads behind that as well. Stat Kings, Tom Mitchell for the Pies. Ben King for the Suns. Tom Papley, Footy Heads, Sydney. Tom Lynch for the Tigers. Lions, Future Force, Caden Coleman. Lions going to David and Jeremy McGovern for the Eagles. Dockers, Michael Walters. Stat Kings, Toby Green, GWS, and Braden Maynard for the Pies. We got there's our, oh, I thought there was Ignite coming out. It's not Future Force, Chad Warner for the Swans. Another one for you, Chris. Roy Laird for the Crows. Stat Kings, Charlie Ballard, Gold Coast, Luke McDonald, North Melbourne. Stat Kings, Jack Sinclair, and Bailey Smith for the Doggies. Bobby Hill, Footy Heads for the Pies. Ryan Marshall for the Saints. Suns footy head, Matty Rao. Caniglio for the Giants. Zach Merritt for the Bombers. Calling out Bombers a lot tonight. Thunderbolt. There you go, Ashley, if you're still there. So I pick it for the D's. Number 151 at $5.99. Carlton footy head, Sam Doherty and Ollie Wines, Port Adelaide. Ignite, there's our box hit, Zach Butters. I actually pulled one of these in a few packs I bought yesterday. Port Adelaide, there you go, Matthew. Nice box hit for you. And Adam Serra behind that for the Blues. Eagles, footy heads, Dom Sheed, Noah Anderson for the Suns. Oh, predictor. We have Rising Star Predictor for the Swans. Chris, you're getting all the hits around here now, mate. Rising Star Predictor. Coming your way. It's been going well for you, Chris. Numbered 36 of 315 on the Sydney Rising Star. And Liam Baker for Richmond. Been killing it, mate. It's going to be a nice mail day next week for you. Thunderbolt, LDU, North Melbourne. Number 564, 599. North going to D. And Lions, Zach Bailey. Footy heads, Archie Perkins for the Bombers. And Luke Bruce, Hawthorn. Still waiting on your boxes, mate. You might have my mail before your boxes get there. Thunderbolt, Bailey Williams for the Doggies. Well, a lot of boxes have been delayed. A lot of my hobbies are still to come in. I got lucky with getting some stuff, but not all of it came in time. 569, 599. Another one for the Dogs. Going to Chris right. Doggies, Bontempelli, 200-game milestone. Riley O'Brien for the Crows. A couple of packs left for this box. Doggies again, Ugle Hagen and Jack McRae for the Dogs. 2 packs from this box. Dockers, Caleb Sarong, footy heads. George Wardlow, North Melbourne. Carl Langford for the Bombers in the last pack. There we have it. That is, what was that, box 4? Have a quick clean up here. Get some more space again. All right, box, is that 5? Yep, 5. Here we go, into the 5th. Here we go. Still plenty of hits still to come from the case. Stat Kings, Griffin Logue for North Melbourne, and Darcy Fogarty for the Crows. We've got Freo, Alex Pearce. For the Suns, Jared Witts. And there's our Thunderbolt Refractor for the Hawks, Josh Weddle. Hawthorn going to John, number 125 of 299. Going to John Capitan. Oh, the John, nice hit. And Footy Heads, Luke Bruce in behind there. Thunderbolt, Jake Kelly for the Bombers. Number 235599. Another trader over there. Stat Kings, Jamie Elliott for the Pies. And GWS, Jesse Hogan. Dockers, Footy Heads, Caleb Sarong and Jaden Short for the Tigers. The missus has dropped out. I thought she'd forgotten about me. Said she'd drop out and get me a drink around again, but I thought, shit, she's forgotten. She's fallen asleep. So give me a sec. Just finish my drink while she's here. I'll get her to pour me another one. I was just thinking she
waited 10 minutes.
I was just thinking she forgot. I'm on box 5 already. All right, we're on. There's some bug trying to attack me here. What is this thing? What's going on here? Let's see if I can get that. Some big thing just flew behind here. Try and get it without knocking my cards over. I don't know where it went. It'll probably come get us again in a minute. We'll catch it then. Oh, here we go. Let's keep going. Box 5 we're in the middle of here. Port Adelaide, Connor Rosie, Footy Heads, Tim English for the Dogs. And Lions, 100 games, Connor McKenna and Hugh McCluggage, another one for the Lions. Does quite often match up. Two for the same team, not always, but quite a lot. Lions, Footy Heads, Will Ashcroft, and Eagles, Jack Darling. There's this big thing that's trying to get me now. Needs to bugger off, that thing. And Ignite, box hit, Charlie Cameron for the Lions. Going to David Gemmell. Good old Charlie Cameron. Well done, David. And Dan Houston, Port Adelaide behind that. Thank you. 150 game milestone for the Suns. And Jack Steele for the Saints. North Melbourne, Will Phillips. St Kilda, Jack Sinclair, Footy Head, Sam Draper for the Bombers. And Future Force, Cam Rayner. Brisbane box this one. No one for you, David. And Charlie Curnow for the Blues. Next up for the Crows, Rory Sloane and Levi Casbolt for the Suns. Giants, Jesse Hogan, Footy Heads, Josh Dacos for the Pies. One second here. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm going to go find a charger. My phone. I read your comments on my phone and my charger's about to die on that. Sorry guys, I haven't abandoned you. Just fixing my phone up here. Otherwise, for some reason, I use StreamYard as a streaming software, but it has a comment section where I can see the comments, but I can't actually see who's writing it. So I have my phone on to watch the videos and see the comments. I can't see what's going on. All right, back to it. Darcy Moore for the Pies. Stat Kings, Isaac Rankin for the Crows, and Stephen May for the D's. Stat Kings, Willem Drew, Port Adelaide, Carl Amon for the Hawks. Carlton Footy Head, Sam Doherty, Isaac Heaney for the Swans. Stat Kings, Lockie Neal for the Lions, Frederick for Freo. Thunderbolt, Scott Pendlebury for the Pies. That's a nice one. Got Andrew Rockwood, 291 of 599. Pendles. Port Adelaide, Zach Butters. Future Force, Aaron Norton for the Doggies. And Josh Kelly for the Giants. Harris Andrews for the Lions. Oops, putting things in the wrong piles again. Stat Kings, Nick Blakey for the Swans. Harry Sheasel, North Melbourne. Bulldogs, Ugle Hagen, Footy Heads, Max Holmes for the Cats. Josh Dacos, 100-game milestone for the Pies. Jack Viney for the D's. For the Cats, Mark Blickovs. For the Suns, Footy Heads, Matt Rao. Elijah Hewitt for the Eagles. Footy Heads, Sam de Koning for the Cats. Mason Redmond for the Bombers. Got a background music now with the neighbours cranking it. Jacob Wiedering for the Blues. Tim Taranto, Footy Heads for the Tigers. Chad Warner for Sydney. 2 packs to go from the 5th box. Eagles, Thunderbolt, Jack Petrocelli. Number 257 of 599. And Port Adelaide, 200 games, Charlie Dixon and James Warple for the Hawks. There we go. Box 5, let's tidy this up again. Make room for the next lot. The base cards to get out of the way here. All right, then we're on to box 6. We're almost halfway through the case. Still 4 Brownlows to come, 2 Coleman to come, a Premiership to come. So plenty more. The big ones still to come. Couple of nice Brownlows would be good. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Box 6. Stat Kings, Mitch Hinge for the Crows. Tim Taranto for Richmond. And there's Ollie Hollands, Carlton, Thunderbolt Refractor. Another one for you, Brian. Carlton having a pretty decent night. Their big comeback win last night. Number 12 of 299. Port Adelaide, Zach Butters, Footy Heads, and Max King for the Saints. Excuse me. Stat Kings, Charlie Cameron, Brisbane, and Bally Humphrey for the Suns. Suns, Charlie Ballard, 100-game milestone. Tyson Stengel for the Cats. Melbourne, Footy Heads, Jacob Van Rooyen and Isaac Rankin for the Crows. Cats, Mark O'Connor, 100 games. Harry Himmelberg for the Giants. Josh Dunkley for the Lions. I'm saying Lions a lot. They've had lots of hits. As I see, Clyde Coleman, Lions keep going. Van Rooyen for Melbourne. Isaac Rankin, Footy Heads, Taron Thomas, North Melbourne. And 150-game milestone, Christian Salem and Tom Vittori. Eagles, Footy Heads, Elijah Hewitt, Carl Amon for the Hawks. Stat Kings, Tim Taranto, Richmond, and Dom Sheed for the Eagles. Sydney Swans, Errol Golden, Footy Heads, Mason Wood, St Kilda. Future Force for the Hawks, Connor McDonald, Hawthorn gone to John Capitan, and Peter Wright for the Bombers. Future Force again, Noah Long for the Eagles, going to Brian, and Jared Witts for the Suns. Stat Kings, Liam Shields, North Melbourne, and Sam Doherty for Carlton. Sydney, Isaac Heaney. Dockers, Caleb Sarong. Giants, Jesse Hogan. Cats, Footy Heads, Max Holmes, James Sicily for the Hawks. Stat King, Zach Merritt for the Bombers. Hugh McCluggage for the Lions. Stat Kings, Ben Ainsworth, Gold Coast, Max Holmes for the Cats. Thunderbolt, Finn McGuinness for the Hawks. No one for John Capitan. Number 334 of 599. North Melbourne, Footy Heads, Harry Sheasel, Jack Viney for the D's. Ignite, Paddy Cripps, Carlton, going again, going to Brian. Carlton on fire tonight. Well done to Brian. And still side bottom for the Pies. Richmond, Shy Bolton, Footy Heads, James Rowe bottom for the Swans. Nick Dacos, Footy Head for the Pies. Will Phillips, North Melbourne. Sam Draper, Bombers. Thunderbolt, Nick Murray for the Crows. Going to Jeff, number 419, $5.99. Eagles, Elijah Hewitt. 5 packs to go from this box. Giants, Footy Heads, Tom Green, Sam Powell Pepper, Port Adelaide. Thunderbolt, Will Hayward for the Swans. Number 1 for you, Chris, 333, $5.99. And 50 game milestone, Jaden Short for the Tigers, Charlie Curnow for the Blues. Essendon, Darcy Parish, Footy Heads, Frederick for the Dockers. Darcy Moore for the Pies. That's it for that box. Let's tidy it up again and keep going. All right, give me a sec. Rid of all this stuff here. Halfway through. Box 7. All right, keep going. Number 7, here we go. Stat Kings, Logan McDonald for the Swans and Charlie Cameron for the Lions. And straight away again, Andrew McGrath for the Bombers. Thunderbolt Refractor. Another one gone to you, Ben. Andrew McGrath, 38 of 299. Thunderbolt, Josh Battle for the Saints. For Troy, number 483, $5.99. Port Adelaide, Connor Rosie, Footy Heads, and Blake Acres for the Blues. Giants, Footy Heads, Jesse Hogan, Finn Callahan for the Giants. Stat Kings, Tom Vittori for the Doggies, Jai Newcomb for the Hawks. Ignite, Tom Papley, Chris again, and Jack Lukosius for the Suns. Nice box hit there. Melbourne, Petrarca, Footy Heads, and Nick Larkey, North Melbourne. McAndrew for the Suns. 100 game milestone, Cam Rayner and Nick Blakey for the Swans. Suns, Jared Witts, 150 games, Darcy Parish for the Bombers. Jeremy Cameron for the Cats. Mitch Owens, St Kilda. Essendon, Nick Martin, Footy Heads, and Brad Crouch, St Kilda. Adelaide, Rory Sloane, Footy Heads, and Max Gawn, Melbourne. Future Force, Jack Bowie for the D's, John Asher, and Tim Kelly for the Eagles. Sydney, Footy Heads, Luke Parker, and Adam Sard for the Blues. North Melbourne, Future Force, George Wardlow, and Dylan Moore for the Hawks. Eagles, Liam Ryan, and Pendles for the Pies. Cody Waitman for the Dogs. Stat Kings, James Sicily, Hawthorne, and Caleb Daniel for the Doggies. Stat Kings, Jai Miss for the Dockers, Hayden Young for the Dockers. For Sydney, Errol Golden. Stat Kings, Cam Guthrie and Ollie Henry, both for the Cats. Footy Heads, Tim Taranto, Tigers, Riley Fieldthorpe for the Crows. Stat Kings, Petrarca for the D's, Dion Prestia, Tigers. North Melbourne, Jai Simpkin, Footy Heads, Jordan Dawson for the Crows. Cats, Sam de Koning, Footy Heads, Nick Dacos for the Pies. Pies again, still side bottom, Footy Heads, Petrarca for the D's. Oh, there we go. Jack Viney, Brownlow predictor for the D's. There you go, Asher. Our third predictor for the case. Jack Viney, is it a good number? Number 49 of 315. There you go, Asher. That's coming to you. And Willie Rioli, Port Adelaide. West Coast Eagles, Liam Ryan. Thunderbolt, Jack Scrimshaw for the Hawks. No one, John Capitan, 365 of 599. Hundred games, Ethan Hughes for the Dockers, Toby Nankervis for the Tigers. Lions, Footy Heads, Will Ashcroft, Travis Boak, Port Adelaide. Thunderbolt, Charlie Cameron for the Lions. That's going to David. Number 537 of 599. Tigers, Dion Prestia, 200 games, and Andrew Brayshaw for the Dockers. That is box, was that box 7 down? Cruising here, guys. Still a few more predictors to find. Get these cards out of the way. Here we go again. Quick drink, what do we got there? That's 8. Box number 8 coming up. Here we go. Got the camera a bit there or something. Not sure what happened there. All right, box 8. Stat Kings, Matthew Owies for the Blues, and Jeremy Cameron for the Cats. Dylan Moore for the Hawks. And there we go. Early on again, Max Gawn for Melbourne. Another one for Asher. That is the Thunderbolt Refractor, which will be numbered out of 299. Number 121 of 299. For Adelaide, Charlie Dixon, Footy Heads, Michael Walters for the Dockers. Thunderbolt, Travis Boak, Port Adelaide. For Matthew, 489 of 599. Giants, Toby Green, Footy Heads, and Nick Blakey for the Swans. Stat Kings, James Warple for the Hawks, Braden Maynard for the Pies. Melbourne, Jack Viney, Footy Heads, Max Gawn for the Ds. Ignite, box hit, Bailey Fritz for the Ds. Another one for Asher. There you go, mate. A couple of Melbourne hits early on in this box. Bailey Fritz, very nice. And Jai Newcomb for the Hawks behind that. $100 games, James Warple for the Hawks, Ollie Wines for Port Adelaide. Oh, that came out quickly. That's a big one too. Coleman predictor for the Blues. Brian, you'll be happy with that one, mate. That came out of nowhere. Coleman predictor for the Blues. Well done, Brian. Don't think you're watching. I heard you chatting at all during the break. That is a big hit though, mate. There we go. Common predictor, 270 of 315. Well done to Brian Anyos hitting that one. And Liam Baker for Tigers. Essendon, Zach Merritt, Footy Heads. Adam Sard for the Blues. Carlton, Blake Acres. Melbourne, 150 games, Ed Langdon and Tim Kelly for the Eagles. Sydney Footy Heads, Isaac Heaney, Hayden Young for the Dockers. Essendon, Darcy Parish. Adelaide Footy Heads, Jordan Dawson, Riley O'Brien for the Crows. Stat Kings, Jesse Hogan for GWS. And Cole Langford for the Bombers behind there. Future Force, Finn Callahan for the Giants. And Nick Dacos for the Pies. A quick drink, getting thirsty again here. Whoa, lose my voice as well. Slow talking. Port Adelaide, Travis Boak. North Melbourne, Future Force, Taron Thomas and Jack McRae for the Doggies. Stat Kings, Alex Pearce for the Dockers, Bradley Hill for St Kilda. Richmond 100-game milestone, Shai Bolton, Zach Bailey for the Lions. North Melbourne Footy Heads, Nick Larkey again. 2 Nick Larkeys in one pack. Lions Footy Head, Charlie Cameron, George Wardlow, North Melbourne. Stat Kings, Jack Viney for the D's, Toby Nankervis for the Tigers. Cats Footy Heads, Paddy Dangerfield, Ben King for the Suns. Thunderbolt, Taron Thomas, North Melbourne for D, that is 370 of 599. Jordan DeGoey, Footy Heads for the Pies, Riley Philthorpe for the Crows. Richmond Footy Heads, Daniel Rioli, Caniglio for the Giants. Stat Kings, Tim Kelly, West Coast Eagles, Charlie Cameron, Lions. Caleb Daniel for the Doggies. Eagles Footy Heads, Jack Darling, Jack Lukosius for the Suns. Three packs left from this box. Giants, Finn Callahan. Thunderbolt, Dan Butler for the Saints. Going to Troy, number 25 of 599. Pies, Taylor Adams, 200-game milestone. Mitch Owens for the Saints. There we have it. That was, what was that? Box 8. Make some more room again. Tidy things up here. Four boxes to go, guys. What we're going to do, we're going to take a 5-minute break, guys. Not even 5 minutes. Give me 3 minutes. Ladies, I want to stand up, stretch my legs. So we'll leave the video running. Get the next box ready. Just give me like 3 minutes and I'm back, all right? We should do a little sign, shouldn't we? I was going to put up back in 5. All right, guys. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to stretch my legs. Sitting down for too long. I'll be back very shortly. Just having a walk around, guys. Going to pour a drink. Gonna have a bit of a stretch. Won't be a second. I'll be back on again. 4 boxes to go. Bear with me, guys. We're almost back. All right, we're back, guys. So I need a couple of minutes to stand up, walk around, stretch the legs out. Swans Ignite. Let's have a look. Swans Ignite. Tom Papley, mate. I think there's only one. Yep, the Papley. All right, into box 9. Let's go. So there's 3 Brownlows to come. A premiership to come. Premiership predictor. No worries at all, Chris. Got a fresh bourbon now. We're all good to go. All right. Then we'll have our 6-box break. I think there's only G2S to go and a couple of spots in the mini for Tigers and Hawks that'll run tomorrow. Footy Heads, Ryan Burton, Port Adelaide, Tom de Koning for Carlton. Pies, Nick Dacos, that's a nice one. Thunderbolt Refractor. Pies going to Andrew. Hold on to Andrew. Number 90 of 299. Maybe we'll give Dacos a stand. Let him sit up there. Dockers, Alex Pearce, 100-game milestone. Cody Waitman for the Dogs. Hawks, James Sicily, Footy Heads. Errol Golden, Sydney. Stat Kings, Liam Jones for the Doggies. And Ollie Henry for the Cats. Suns Footy Heads, Ben King and Brad Crouch, St Kilda. Jack Silvani, 100-game milestone. Carlton, Petrarca for the Ds. Eagles, Liam Ryan. Stat Kings, Luke Bruce for the Hawks. Mac Andrew for the Suns. St Kilda Footy Heads, Max King, Andrew Brayshaw for the Dockers. St Kilda, Jack Steele, 150 games in Lear, Port Adelaide. Melbourne and Angus Brayshaw, 150 games, Will Day for the Hawks. Footy Heads, Liam Baker and Shai Bolton, both for the Tigers. Joshua Shelley, Footy Heads, Will Hayward for the Swans. Future Force, Jack Ross for the Tigers. And Graham Myers for the Cats. Oh, there we go. Our Brownlow, Ben King for the Gold Coast Suns, going to Liam Stacey. That is our 4th Brownlow predictor for the case. Ben King, numbered, oh, nice and low as well. Number 6 of 315. Well done to Liam Stacey. And Tex Walker for the Crows behind that. Future Force for the Saints, Wanganeen Miller and Scott Pendlebury for the Pies. Melbourne, Jake Lever. Giants, Lockie Whitfield. Stat Kings, Jacob Wiedering for the Blues. And Ugo Hagen for the Doggies. Stat Kings, Max King, Saints, and Port Adelaide, Willie Rioli. Stat Kings, Caniglio for GWS, Elliot Yeo for the Eagles. For the Cats, Footy Heads, Tyson Stengel, Luke Ryan for the Dockers. Carlton, Footy Heads, Tom de Koning, Dion Prestia for the Tigers. Ignite, there's our box hit, Luke Bruce for the Hawks. No one but John Capitan. You've been hitting a few, mate, tonight, John. Called your name out a few times. Good to Ash, you back again. Oh, it's a tough one. There's actually quite a few good sets in this. To be fair, the Ignites are pretty awesome. The Absolutes look wicked. But overall, the Myriads I don't mind, but not the top ones for me. Hit wood for the Lions. The Thunderbolts are good. It's funny though, because like the base cards, it feels like they've gone back a few years on the base cards. They look like the ones from a long time ago, the older ones. But then all the inserts are top notch. Sam Collins for the Suns, Thunderbolt. John Liam Stacey, 455, 599. The predictors are all looking nice. Lions, Footy Heads, Joe Danaher, Philippou for the Saints. Yeah, Ignite, I think, is definitely, probably if I had to pick one as my favourite, to be the Ignite. Brody Myercheck for the Pies. Stat Kings, Andrew Brayshaw for Freo. Andrew McGrath for the Bombers. Doggies, Footy Heads, Arthur Jones, Jordan Dawson for the Crows. Oh yeah, true. The club royalties are very nice, mate. I do like those. Footy Heads, Luke Jackson, Paul Curtis, North Melbourne. G'day, Harley. How you doing? Sure, there's still plenty in there for you. There you go, Asher. Judd McVie, Thunderbolt for Melbourne, number 218 of 599. Thunderbolt again. Callan Ward for the Giants. John Allen, 099 599. Took Miller for the Suns. Giants, Footy Heads, Lockie Ash, and Tom Green for the Giants. One pack left from this box. Lions, Lockie Neal. There we have it from, was it 8? Was that 9? That was box 9. Let me clear up some space. All those over there. All these base cards. All right, box number 10. It has been a bit slow for North Melbourne, to be honest, mate. Still 3 boxes to go, though. Excuse me. Still time. Quick drink. All right, what is that? What's box 10? All right. Stat Kings, there you go. Nick Larkey, North Melbourne. Jack Darling for the Eagles. And Willie Rioli, Port Adelaide, Thunderbolt Refractor. Port Adelaide, Gunnar Matthew Kurtz. Thunderbolt, Judson Clark for the Tigers. Tigers of Tanya, number 463, 599. Hawks, John Newcomb, Footy Heads, Dan Houston, Port Adelaide. Dockers, Footy Heads, Andrew Brayshaw, Stephen May for the D's. Cats, Tom Hawkins. Stat Kings, Harris Andrews for the Lions. Jaden Short for the Tigers. Ignite, Andrew Brayshaw for the Dockers. Gone to Kim Miles. Box hit. Mark Blickarbs for the Cats. For For the Crows, 100 games, Ben Keys and Fogarty. Port Adelaide, Footy Heads, Willie Rioli, Alex Pearce for the Dockers. Melbourne, 150 game milestone, Alex Neil-Bullen and Josh Dacos for the Pies. For the Doggies, Tim English. Giants, Footy Heads, Josh Kelly, Luke Parker for the Swans. Sydney, Chad Warner. St Kilda, Footy Heads, Philippou and Jack Steele for the Saints. Future Force, Ben Hobbs for the Bombers and Levi Casbolt for the Suns. Stat King, Shai Bolton for the Tigers, James Warple for the Hawks. Adelaide, Footy Heads, Taylor Walker, Zach Butters, Port Adelaide. Stat King, Zach Butters again, Port Adelaide, Josh Kelly for the Giants. Hawthorn, Josh Ward. Dockers, Future Force, Luke Jackson and Dusty for the Tigers. Joshua Shelley for the Crows. Lions, Footy Heads, Lockie Neal and Paddy Cripps for the Blues. Carlton, Footy Heads, Charlie Curnow, Harris Andrews for the Lions. So we should have a predictor per box now. We've got this box and then 2 more after this, and we still drew 2 Brownlows and a Premiership predictor. So they should be, each of these boxes have one of those. Stat Kings, Adam Serra for the Blues and Bontempelli for the Doggies. Stat Kings, Jordan Dawson and Archie Perkins for the Bombers. Giants 100 games, Daniel Lloyd, Mason Redmond for the Bombers. Suns, Footy Heads, took Miller, Jacob Wiedering for the Blues. Tom Footy Heads, Tom Stewart for the Cats, Wangani Miller for the Saints. And there's our predictor, Josh Dunkley for the Lions. Told you we had to have some in every box here. David Gemmell with Brisbane. Josh Dunkley, number 26 of 315. Well done, David. And Matt Rao behind that for the Suns. So still 2 boxes after this, 1 Brownlow predictor to come and a Premiership predictor. Should have another Superstars in there too somewhere. Luke Davies-Uniacke. Superstars Luminous, I believe. Thunderbolt, Jai Miss for the Dockers, number 89 of 599. Dockers, that's with Kim. Thunderbolt, Bailey Humphrey for the Suns, numbered 400 of 599. Suns going to Liam. Doggies, Footy Heads, Cody Waitman, North Melbourne, Harry Shizo. Lions 250 games, Dane Zorko, Sam Taylor for the Giants. Last pack of box number 10. Dusty, Footy Heads, and Cam Rayner for the Lions. There we have it. That is box number 10. So there's still 2 predictors to come. Another Superstar Luminous should be in there hiding as well. I think they're 1 in 200 packs, so there should be 2 per case. Filling up again here, guys. Be on to the next one momentarily. Have a quick drink. Oh, I'm getting sore hands and shoulders here, sitting here. Let's keep going. There we go. Second to last box. Stat Kings, Jeremy Cameron for the Cats, Sam Collins, Suns. North Melbourne, Cam Zaha. Actually, out of all the packs, we haven't hit an instant win card yet here at Ultimate Break. So, Footy Heads, Kasai Pickett for the D's, Jake Stringer. That'd be nice. I actually forgot all about those. We've opened a lot of packs so far and haven't found one yet. If we do find one, that does get randomised between everybody in the break. Stat Kings for D's, Van Rooyen, Sam Walsh for Carlton. It'd be nice to pull one of those out. Thunderbolt, Graham Myers for the Cats, number 19 of 599, going to Moose Doyle. Essendon, Footy Head, Sam Draper, and Jack Sinclair for the Saints. Ignite, Liam Baker for the Tigers. There you go, Tanya, another one for you. Box it out. Nice Ignite for the Tigers, and Adam Treloar for the Dogs behind that. $100 games, Mason Cox for the Pies, Mitch Lewis for the Hawks. Tom Papley for the Swans. Dockers, Footy Heads, Nat Fife, Ben Keys for the Crows. The Crows, Rory Sloane. Hawks, Footy Heads, Will Day, Toby Green for the Giants. Jacob Hopper for the Tigers. Melbourne, 150 games, Jake Lever, Will Ashcroft for the Lions. Suns, Footy Heads, Bailey Humphrey, Horn Francis, Port Adelaide. So we're still chasing that predictor in this pack, whichever one it may be. Aaron Norton for the Doggies. Footy Heads, Jack Steele, Jai Simpkin, North Melbourne. Footy Heads, Nick Blakey for the Swans, Dangerfield for the Cats. Stat Kings, Jeremy Finlayson, Port Adelaide, and Bobby Hill for the Pies. Future Force, Matt Rao for the Suns, Kasai Pickett for the D's. Stat Kings, Rowbottom for the Sydney Swans, and Daniel Rioli for the Tigers. Stat Kings, Jamie Cripps for the West Coast Eagles, Andrew Gaff for the Eagles as well. Future Force, Nick Dacos for the Pies. There's a nice one. Andrew Ruck, we've done well with the Pies tonight. A couple of nice Nick Dacos cards in there. Also put him up there. Oh, Nick Dacos and Nick Martin for the Bombers. Harry McKay for the Blues. Giants 100 games, Lachlan Keefe and Todd Marshall, Port Adelaide. Aaron Norton for the Doggies, our superstar Luminous. Thought there was no one of those. I said 1 in 200 packs, so it is the 2 per case. Doggies done well tonight. Well done, Chris Wright. You're the Bontempelli Myriad and the Norton Superstars to go with it. Very nice. Numbered 97 of 199. Very nice. And Footy Heads, LDU. Lee Jackson for the Dockers. Stat Kings, Darcy Moore for the Pies. Hawks, Cam McKenzie. Footy Heads, Scott Pendlebury for the Pies. Dry Miss for the Dockers. Liam Jones, Doggies, Thunderbolt. Number 334, 599. Where's our predictor in here? There's got to be one. Footy Heads, Paddy Cripps, Carlton, Dane Rampy for the Swans. Eagles, Oscar Allen, Footy Heads, Jack Chris for the Pies. Bontempelli, Footy Heads, Oscar Allen for the Eagles. Oh, there it is. Giants, Premiership Predictor. Giants going to Allen. Last team picked up. And hits the Premiership Predictor. We get a nice number 163 of 315. We're on to Allen on the Giants Predictor. Tom Stewart for the Cats. So the Brownlow Predictor will be in our last box. Thunderbolt, Hugh McCluggage for the Lions. 403 of 599. Going to David. Last pack of box number 11. Giants 200 game milestone, Nick Haynes and Angus Brayshaw for the D's. There we have it. Quick drink and tidy up. And we'll be into the last box. All these. Here we go, guys. Last box, box number 12. One Brownlow Predictor is still to come, so we guarantee one of those in here. Oh, you would think so. It's supposed to be 6 per case. Let's go. Good luck. We have Stat Kings, Matt Rao, Gold Coast, Max Holmes for the Cats. And Tom Stewart for the Cats, Thunderbolt Refractor. Got a Moose Doyle. Number 216 of 299. Port Adelaide Footy Heads, Ryan Burton and Caleb Serong for the Dockers. Cy Pickett Footy Heads for the D's, and behind that, for the D's as well, Jack Finey. Lions Footy Heads, Joe Danaher, Will Phillips, North Melbourne. Stat Kings, Josh Dunkley, Brisbane, still side bottom for the Pies. Carlton, 100-game milestone, Charlie Curnow, Sam Powell Pepper, Port Adelaide. Tigers, Tim Taranto. Eagles, Footy Heads, Oscar Allen, Suns, Levi Casbolt. Stat Kings, Noah Bolter for the Tigers, Sam Draper for the Bombers. Lions, Hugh McCluggage, 150 games, Elijah Hewitt for the Eagles. Sydney Footy Heads, Nick Blakey, Frederick for the Dockers. Joshua Shelley, Footy Heads for the Crows. Isaac Rankin for the Crows. Future Fours, Archie Perkins for the Bombers. Tomatore for the Dogs. Giants, Josh Kelly. Charlie Curnow for the Blues. Future Fours, Corey Durden for the Blues. And Darcy Moore for the Pies. Stat Kings for Port Adelaide. Willie Rioli, Mason Wood for the Saints. Port Adelaide, Dan Houston. And where's our last Brownlow predictor in here? Stat Kings, Harry Sheasel, Harris Andrews for the Lions. Cats, Tyson Stengel, Footy Heads, Jared Witts for the Suns. Ignite, Noah Anderson for Gold Coast. Going to Liam Stacey. On Liam. And Carl Amon for the Hawks. Stat Kings, Tex Walker and Jaden Short for the Tigers. Eagles, Oscar Allen, Thunderbolt, number 205, 599. Got a Brian. Scott Pendlebury, Footy Heads for the Pies, Fogarty for the Crows. North Melbourne, LDU, Footy Heads, Harry Sheasel as well. And there it is, Tim Kelly for the West Coast Eagles for Brian. That is our last of our predictors for the case. Tim Kelly, number 265 of 315. Well done to Brian on the hit, and Tim English for the Doggies. Liam Baker, Footy Heads, and Jesse Hogan for the Giants. Giants, Lockie Ash, Footy Heads, and Isaac Heaney for the Swans. St Kilda, Jack Higgins, 100-game milestone. Hugh McCluggage for the Lions. Essendon, Mason Redman. Whoa, we're almost done, guys. 5 packs to go from the whole case. Jesse Motlop, Thunderbolt for the Blues. Got a Brian, 193,599. There's a whole lot of work for me to go on through and sort these for everybody. Get them packed up for shipping. Thunderbolt, Harry Perryman for the Giants. Number 180 of 599. Will Hosking Elliott, 200-game milestone for the Pies. Jack Steele for the Saints. Still no instant win card. All the packs have opened. Sam Draper, Footy Heads for the Bombers. Jacob Wiedering for the Blues. We've opened a lot of packs so far. Yet to find one. And finish it off, James Wopple for the Hawks. There we have it, guys. Case break done. We've got the absolute Archie Perkins. We've got the Bontempelli Myriad. All our Brownlow predictors down there. The big Carlton Coleman predictor, which is a nice one there. Congrats to all the hitters, guys. Thanks all for jumping on and sticking around while we did that big break. As I said, we've got a 6-box retail to break tomorrow. It's only GWS left in that, I think. And there's a few mini spots available still for the Richmond and Hawks mini. So if you're keen on that, jump in that. There's another 6-box retail break. There's plenty of teams left in it. And also, before I started this, I put up a 4-box hobby break as well, guys. That will break when stock arrives next week. But the retail ones are ready to go. So jump on those breaks, guys. And we'll see you all soon for some more breaking action. Cheers, guys. Have a good night.